Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and it is such an insanely busy time over here on JP. I mean, we went from a world tournament into, there's a new story event, we got new Dokkan Battlefield, we got a new Prime Battle, the new banner, the new Dokkan Fest event, tons of old units are awakening, we got the new EZA, we're like 7 units EZA. There's just like, it is so much, there's so much going on. So today we're going to go ahead and hop into this new Cell Saga story event. Now this is crazy, right? Because, you know, just a little while ago, they were still in the Frieza Saga. It's like literally in like the last 45 days or something like that. They've added the last Frieza Saga story event, the Android Saga story event, and now this Cell Saga story event, this goes all the way up to the start of the Cell games. So like we're moving really, really quick through like some of these story events that Dokkan has never had in the game, right? Now there's only one thing of interest in here. This is this Vegeta. This Vegeta is a free farmable unit. He does, you know, we can grind him up to 100% in the dupe system with his own orbs, which are in this event. I believe the Vegeta family, I'm pretty sure that's the Vegeta family, raises the drop rates here. So let's go ahead and hop in. I've also heard that there is a number of arts in this event that it looks like are going to be new cards at some point. Like, if we just back out real quick, look at this Android 18 right here. This Android 18 is a very, very good card in Dragon Ball Legends, but she's not yet in Dokkan. There's her art. And then, you know, going through this event, we're going to see a number of other units that have pretty decent arts that are definitely going to be used at some point. So, like, Dokkan is continuing to move, like, through the sort of sagas here. This is very interesting. I do think 16, 17, and 18 is a possibility for an eventual LR, by the way. Hey! Alright, that's new art for Bulma right there. Okay, pretty good, pretty good. Yep, and then here's where, you know, Piccolo is going to go ahead and fuse with Kami, which, of course, is the newest Dokkan Fest banner. Now, I got pretty shafted, pretty horribly, terribly, badly shafted on that Piccolo banner, but I am going to go back in. I do plan on rainbowing him. Piccolo is very good. It's just a little bit disappointing to me, like how I would consider him a very limited unit, right? Because not only is he only on 2 category teams, but Piccolo also, like, to get him to where he's really, really good, you have to have 2 Namekian category units on the team, and dude, that's just not realistic. Like, I mean, on his own team, sure, but like no one is going to be running Piccolo. Like I already, like, I can't find any Piccolos at all. Like, so that's going to be a huge nightmare. And then, like, you know, let's say a Cell Saga like category does happen, we're not going to be able to have a second Namekian unit on there. So there's just going to be a lot of issues, I think, in running that Piccolo. So I don't really recommend free-to-play players to summon at all. Now, I know his banner is really good, right? I've talked about this a lot today. You know, Metal Cooler, Turles, Evolution Blue Vegeta, Transforming Vegeta. The new Nail is insane, and then Piccolo himself. Like, it's a really, really good banner. No doubt about that. But I still am really leaning towards it just not being worth summoning. I just don't think so. And then I'll probably, one of the next videos I'm going to do, I want to hop into the LR Cell Prime Battle as well. LR Cell is really good. Like, there's a lot of really good units from this update. I mean, realistically, we could say this is one of the better updates with the quality of units. Dokkan Fest Piccolo is good. You know, Nail is great. LR Prime Battle Cell, I think, is really, really good. Then, like, though, dude, don't get me started on those EZA units. Like, some of them, like, that Super Saiyan Goku is just, like, silly. Like, he's a ridiculous card. Like, there's a lot of cards in that batch that are just, like, absolute monsters, like, and some of them that will really help in different super battle roads as well. Like, you know, I've already beaten Majin Buu Saga super battle road with no items, but, you know, if I hadn't, that SCR Skinny Buu would really, really dominate. So there is that as well. Sorry, so we got through stage 1. This story event does something that I really don't like when these story events do this, and that, I mean, it's cool for, you know, free-to-play players to grind up a good amount of stones, right? Like, there's 8 stages here, but, like, of the 8 stages, 6 of them are pointless besides your first run. I mean, sure, you know, maybe it's a good place to grind out certain awakening medals or something like that, but it's like, bro, like... you know, there's no actual reason to run a lot of these stages over and over. I really think, you know, a couple of different free-to-play units would not hurt. You know, Like, I don't know who. Like, maybe a Krillin. Like they could have made a free-to-play, like, farmable Krillin card. Like, we don't... I don't think we have a Krillin from the Cell Saga. I'd have to double-check that, but, like, Krillin in that outfit, I don't think, like... Yeah, that Krillin right there. While I'm going through this, let me double-check, but I don't think that Krillin is actually in Dokkan. So, like, boom, there's a unit we could have had. We do already have the Tien, you know, that fights Cell. He, of course, is the 40% support super tech like unit. But, like, there's just so many characters, like, in these sagas, right? Like, you have so many different characters you can make, like, different free-to-play units for, like, just various different things. And, like, they just give us the one, like, farmable Vegeta. Now, the Vegeta, I think chances are incredibly high that Vegeta is going to Dokkan Awaken into probably a Vegeta and Trunks card. I think is really what's most realistic. I'm looking through it. I guess that there's a rare STR Krillin. Looks like that is that Krillin from the Cell Saga. The rare STR Krillin. But, like, dude, he's a rare. Like, that's it, yeah. All the other Krillins, it's not like this Krillin that's got, like, the whole, the blue getup on and stuff like that. So, like, you know, give us one of those. Like, Krillin at this point, you know, a lot of units, or a lot of characters that were disrespected in Dokkan have since kind of, you know, gotten what they deserve. You know, Nail now, you know, Piccolo's got a Dokkan Fest. You know, Hit got a... I mean, no matter what I have to say about Hit, he is a very good card, right? So I would say Hit is very good. I just am not a big fan of him. So, like, Hit, you know, a lot of characters. Frost finally has a good card. Krillin, dude. Like, Krillin had a solid Baba Shop unit. That little Baba Shop Krillin was good for a while. But, like, we need a summonable SSR Krillin. And it would be very... Dude, it's so easy to do that, too. Just, boom. Krillin. 40% Cell Saga support. Krillin. 40%, you know, Planet Namek Saga support, anything like that. You know, a Krillin that would be a healing card because, you know, in the Android Saga, he's carrying around the Senzu Beans. Why not have, like, some insane healing Krillin card? That would be cool. Like, you know, they don't, like, you don't have to, there's so many different ways they could build units that don't need to just be, like, a generic hard hitter, which doesn't fit Krillin, right? But Krillin could, like, have the Solar Flare as an attack, and he could have, like, a high chance to stun. He could lower attack on his passive. You know, like, there's so many different ways to make Krillin a very good card, giving all allies key. You know, what about, we don't have the Krillin, well, we don't have any Krillin from the Universal Survival Arc, huh? But the Krillin that does Solar Flare times 100 or whatever, like, that unit would be pretty cool for, like, a Tournament of Power Universal Survival Arc team. Like, there is still, like, you'd think that Dokkan, you know, after, you know, closing in on 5 years now, has covered everything. Not even close. There's so much that Dokkan still has to do. Alright, so yeah, Vegeta and Trunks are training in the Gravity Chamber. There's that Android 18 right there, which, again, I'm sure we're going to get a new Android 18 very soon. We do need, like, a TUR Android 16 from this saga as well. We do have the TUR Android 16 in Dokkan, but he is actually from Dragon Ball FighterZ, right? Really, there's two Android 16s we need. We need an Extreme Android 16, like an Extreme Class 1, from, like, right around this area. Maybe the one that fights Cell. I don't know, that fights First Form Cell. You could probably still consider him Extreme Class at that point, I guess, right? But then, when Android 16 comes back for the Cell games, and remember, he blows up trying to... You know, well, he tries to blow himself up to get rid of Cell, right? And then Cell blows him up, and then eventually 16 helps Gohan go Super Saiyan 2. That Android 16, Bulma actually slaps the Capsule Corp logo over the Red Ribbon Army logo. That Android 16 could be added to Dokkan, and I think he could be an interesting unit, right? Again, you could make him Android 16, boom, reduces damage by 75% at the start of turn. That, like, if that's all his passive is, he's pretty good. But that's all they got to do, just something like that, man. That's it, boom. And then, like, all right, now we got a nice, you know, extra unit right here. You know, could be in the Cell Saga or whatever. You know, I don't think chances there. The worst thing Dokkan could do would be to split up the Cell and Cell game sagas, like, for categories. There's no way they're gonna do that. I'm pretty sure that was only, like, really a Funimation thing. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, you know, in Japan, like, it's just considered, like, the Cell Saga pretty much, right? I don't even know if the Android Saga is even, like, a separate thing. Like, I'm pretty sure it's just all counted as, like, the Cell Saga. But here's where Cell, you know, finally shows up. This part, by the way, in the actual, like, in Dragon Ball Z, I thought is just so damn good. Like, you know, Piccolo fighting Android 17, you know, Goku takes Trunks and Vegeta up to go train in the time chamber, and then it's just, like, such, like, a crazy, like, constant turn of events. Like, dude, that, like, being, like, a Japanese teenager in, like, the early 90s reading the Cell Saga, like, yeah, the Cell Saga was in the manga in the early 90s, yeah. So, like, that must have been just, like, so awesome to read, like, week to week, weekly Shonen Jump. You know, like, Vegeta shows up and just obliterates second form Cell. Like, oh, bro, that stuff had to have been so hype back in the day. Like, wait a minute. Okay, yeah, there we go. Look. There we go. Android 16. That's card art right there. There we go. There we go. Yep. Okay, so there we go. There's the Android 16 card in the pipeline coming right there. So, already, just going through the event, we've seen the new Android 18 art and the new Android 16 art. Now, you know, I think chances are pretty high that the 300 million download celebration could, you know, be centered around the Cell Saga as a continuation, right? Super Saiyan 2 Gohan and maybe a Perfect Cell dual Dokkan Fest. You know, maybe Cell is Artificial Life Form and Cell Saga leader skill. Gohan could be, you know, Hybrid Saiyan, and we don't need Goku family. He could be Hybrid Saiyan, he could be the Cell Saga one. What else could Gohan have? Gohan could have full power. Here, I actually want to pull up Gohan, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan units real quick and see what categories Super Saiyan 2 Gohan has got, right? Alright, so let me see. So Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, Hybrid Saiyan, full power, Goku family, and youth. Ooh! So he could be Hybrid Saiyan and youth. I mean, that's pretty much the same thing, right? So maybe that's not the best. I mean, you could give him, like, Hybrid Saiyan and then full power. I guess that could be interesting. Because then, you know, you could use some of these high-powered Hybrid Saiyan cards and then combine them with, like, LR Kale and Caulifla or something, which would work really well. You know, Dragon Ball Super Broly. So there's definitely some options. See, Cell is on a lot more teams, right? Like, you know, you could potentially have a revived warrior leader, the Cell, you know, artificial life form, android. There's a million different categories. So I think it probably would work better with Gohan being the Cell Saga category leader. And then we could let Cell, you know, again, just be like artificial life form. Here, let me pull up. I think Tech Cell is the Cell that has the most categories. Tech Cell and Incel. Yeah, he's on Revived Warrior, Full Power, Android, Transformation Boost, Time Traveler, Artificial Life Form. I mean, you could easily combine a couple of different categories there. Android, I would not mind. I guess, well, I changed my mind on that because 17 is the perfect Android leader. Like, we don't actually need 17 to be replaced. He is so good as the leader for that Android team. But I would not mind maybe Cell replacing Angel Gold and Frieza, having a Revived Warrior. You know, Artificial Life Form, we do actually need the leader for that team. Okay, so now we go into this stage. I think this is the stage that drops Vegeta, this one right here, stage 5. And looks like the enemy that we fight, this is, of course, this is a farmable first form Cell, because I've done a couple of runs on the, you know, Cell Prime Battle event, and I've had some pretty horrendous drop rates myself. I think I've done like 6 or 7 runs, and I've gotten 1 copy of Prime Battle Cell. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna farm his SA from the first stage of the Cell Dokkan event, this guy right here. That's probably what I'll do, because I think it'll be a little bit more. I think the drop rate for that Cell seems as though it's a little bit better than the drop rate for Prime Battle LR Cell. In case people are wondering, I'm going to do a separate video on it, but there is no increased drop rate bonus for Prime Battle LR Cell. So, you know, it's going to be one of them painful grinds. No other way to say it. All right, so let's see if we get some. Oh, okay, we got 5 copies in the first run. Okay, all right, well. The only thing about this Vegeta, by the way, that's pretty disappointing is Vegeta does not actually Dokkan Awaken yet. We think he's going to awaken into a Vegeta and a Trunks card, combo card. The reason for that is because that Vegeta does not have the Pure Saiyan category, right? So that tells us he's going to Dokkan Awaken into a combo card. That's cool, a Vegeta and a Trunks card. You know, we don't have one of those right now, so that would be really cool. So maybe like Super Vegeta and Super Trunks or something like that. Well, considering that they haven't awakened yet, they could awaken from the Cell Games story event, and it could be like the Vegeta and Trunks that are fighting the Cell Juniors. That could work really well. I would actually like that. And then one of the cool things that happens, right, is that, so while Vegeta is fighting Cell, and like Cell kind of talks Vegeta into letting him, you know, become his perfect, look at that, that's pretty good. You know, Cell kind of talks Vegeta into letting him become his perfect form, right? And then like at the exact same time, that is when like Gohan is going Super Saiyan. Like Gohan goes Super Saiyan in the exact same episode where Cell goes perfect. I always loved that. Like, I always thought that was really good. Okay, so this is... Oh! Wait a minute. That's new Tien art. Alright, ooh, boy. So, could that Tien... Could he awaken into that art right there? Maybe... So, maybe he'll be Super Tech, 3 key, 40% attack and defense, and then Cell Saga, 3 key, 40% attack and defense. How sick, nasty of a card would that be? But there we go. Again, another new art right there. So now we got Tien, 16, and Android 18 already, just a couple stages in. Like, they're not slick. All of these are going to become cards. Like, it's just going to happen. Okay, so we definitely want to go on the one with the exclamation point. That's definitely the way to go, because that will give us a nice little bonus here. So, you know, here, this stage is where we're going to go ahead and grind the orbs to awaken the, well, not to awaken Vegeta, but to get him to his 100% in the potential system, right? That Trunks, by the way, where, okay, so we see that base form Trunks, right? Then when he goes Super Saiyan, he's not in Dokkan. There is not a card of Super Saiyan Trunks in the armor. Then when he goes into Super Trunks, that, of course, is in Dokkan. Don't show us that terrible... Okay, good. So, yeah, thank you. This is the good Super Vegeta art, not that crappy... Dude, why is the SR art... That's an SR right there. That art is better than, like, art from a brand new Dokkan Fest exclusive in this year, like Transforming Vegeta. The Super Vegeta art looks the worst. I don't know what they're thinking. Like, they have got to change that. It looks so bad. It's like such an ugly black mark on like what's otherwise like just a really awesome card. Like, all the arts are really good. You know, not all the super attacks are great. You know, some of those transforming units, they did mail it in a little bit with the super attacks, but besides that, and you know, the Super Vegeta art, like, he looks good. Okay, so this is going to be the easiest one of these units we've ever grinded, because that's like, you know, we got 5 copies of Vegeta on run 1, and then we got all of these orbs just in the first run as well. Like, it's going to be super easy to grind him up. So are they going to give us new Trunks art right here? Let's see. I don't think so. I mean, we'll see. I know that we are going to get some Gohan and Goku art in a little bit, which looks real good. That's definitely one that your boy really likes. Ooh, yeah, that's a nice amount of orbs right there. Let's go. So this is good. I mean, hey, Dokkan, you know, Dokkan can keep like releasing story events, free-to-play units and stuff at a high rate like this. It's definitely good. Like, you compare this to Legends. Legends is a graveyard. Like, what's going on in Legends? Like, the Ginyu Force? Like, dog. like, yeah, pumping out content like this is very good. That Android 18 card, by the way, I'm still going to rainbow her. She's really good. I was just waiting for the World Tournament orbs to come in. Now that I got them, I can rainbow her. There we go. New Krillin art as well. There we go. That's new Krillin art. So, 16, Android 18, Krillin, who's the other one? Who else did I miss? I forgot someone. 16, 18, Krillin, I can't remember what the other one, there was another one in there, but like, all right, like all these new arts, like, yes, please, plug that shit right into my veins, let's go. All right, so yeah, here's where Vegeta's like, go ahead, Cell. Oh, they didn't show... Yeah, they didn't show Trunks going Super Saiyan there. That's interesting, because, you know, during that whole time frame right there, Trunks is not base form. You know, he goes Super Saiyan, and he fights second form Cell for a little while, and then obviously after Cell goes perfect, that's when Trunks actually goes... Well, it's not when Cell goes perfect, but when Vegeta gets knocked out, that's when Trunks goes into his Super Trunks form. Which, you know, that Super Trunks transformation apparently is what inspired Broly's design, by the way. Alright, so, this, maybe we could get some new Trunks art after we take this Cell down. Or maybe they're probably just gonna go directly into Super Trunks, huh? They did actually just release a pretty good Super Trunks recently, the Awakening for the World Tournament one. I actually do have him at 99% right now. I am gonna rainbow him, so that's gonna be interesting. He could be a solid unit for the Cell Saga team. Oh, that was a new like Cell right there, but that one looked real weird. That wasn't a sexy looking art right there. There's no way. Alright, so it looks like this is still supposed to be Cell versus Vegeta right here. We haven't actually moved into when Cell and Trunks are fighting. Okay. Well, I mean, you know, there we go. Alright, so we'll get through this, and then at that point, we're going to be moving on. Okay. Alright, so we're done here. And then let's see. Are we going to get new Trunks art? Yep, there's Vegeta. Vegeta does nothing against Cell. Cell clowns Vegeta so hard. It's very, very embarrassing. Like, that is such an embarrassing moment for Cell. Like, or, not for Cell. Cell is like a mastermind. Like, you know, Cell is dead to rights against Vegeta and Trunks. He has no chance. And then he worms his way out of that to become perfect. I do like that a lot. It is a really cool moment. Okay, so this is going to be Trunks versus Cell, huh? So let's see. Oh, dude. Wait a minute. That is new Trunks art right there. Oh. Alright. Yeah, that's... Hold on. Let me... Yeah, that's new Trunks art. That's new right there. Oh, the only thing is that's Super Trunks, dude. That's not Super Saiyan Trunks. I'm okay with a new Super Trunks. That's totally fine. But, you know, we also need Super Saiyan Trunks right there. Like, Dokkan, come on. Yeah, that's brand new. I thought, like, because he doesn't have eyes right there. Oh, well, okay. The SSR for the SCR one also doesn't have eyes, but... So there we go. Like, look at the 500 new arts that they have in here. And all these arts look really good. Yeah, that's the the SSR STR Trunks right there. But, like, all these new arts really shows you that Yardrat Goku, that looks really weird. Yeah, that art right there looks weird. That's not a card art, obviously, but that Yardrat Goku and then the Android 18, like, they must have been years old, and they've just been waiting to put them into the game because those arts were not good. Not good in any way. Alright, so this is the final stage right here of the story event. So, obviously, there's not... You guys see what I'm saying, where there's not a ton here? Like, you know, we just saw 500 different new arts. Krillin, 16, you know, Trunks, Android 18, all these characters, brand new arts. You know, characters that need these new cards. Tien had one. Tien is the one I forgot. All these characters here, none of them could have been farmable cards. Like, they're all going to be summonable cards? I doubt that. You know, like, they could have released at least one or two more. Okay, so I'm pretty sure... Oh, that's new as well. Interesting. Yeah, that's not the Trunks art that's already in-game. Is it? No, it's not. Because, okay, check it. Because this Trunks doesn't have a ponytail on. But the one that's in-game, like the SR, the physical SR, he does have a ponytail. You can tell. So that potentially, like, this could be the SSR, and then he could awaken into that, the Super Trunks art we just saw. So, there we go. Trunks has another art. Although it looks like that could be the same art, they just added a little bit of extra hair to him. It's like pretty much the same pose right there, right? Come on. I know, there's art that we still haven't seen. We haven't gotten to the point yet. Okay, yeah. Cell, here's where Cell decides to come up with the idea for the Cell games. Yes. Yep, okay, here's where he actually makes the announcement. That, of course, is what the SSR art for LR Cell is when he makes the announcement. Yep, that right there. The Cell games. Ooh. All right. Yep, here we go. Yeah, there we go. Oh! Look at that right there. That Gohan is not in Dokkan. We have Armor Gohan, but it's base form Armor Gohan with the long hair. Yeah, he has long hair. We could get a base form Gohan with short black hair. We also could get a Super Saiyan Gohan with long hair, because when he first goes Super Saiyan, he has long hair. And then look at that Goku art, dude. Like, that could be a combo card right there. I would prefer that Gohan have, like, his own card. I mean, we've already got Armor Goku in the game, but, you know, that's kind of like, that's like Super Goku, right? Like Super Vegeta, Super Trunks, that's like Super Goku, whereas that looked more just like Super Saiyan Goku right there. But, like, dude, that's like 7 arts in the story event. Like, they are like hell-bent right now on continuing, going through the different sagas, filling in all these holes from all these characters that haven't been released. You know, I'll say this, the fact that they're now moving so fast, yeah, you could see the Trunks, by the way, you could tell that art right there looks different from the one we saw in the actual story event. But it does seem like they're moving quick to fill in some of these holes, so I wonder if maybe Akatsuki knows, they already got the heads up, yeah, Dragon Ball Super is coming back at this scheduled date or something like that. Possible, I mean, you know, who knows? Also, still annoying that this is Super Saiyan 2 Goku right here. They didn't need to put him on this card, on that banner, right? But, alright guys, so there we go. There is the Cell Saga story event, which has finally been added into Dokkan after almost 5 years. The only new card it brings with us is this Vegeta right here. And again, Vegeta only is on the Vegeta family category team, so that tells us he will be a combo card. We'll see what he looks like when he's done. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.